Now I'll be starting with variable initializations. First, we'll talk about what is a variable. A variable is an entity which is used to store certain value. That value may be string, float, integer, a lot of things. But it is initially used to store a certain value. Well, if any of you have prior coded in C++ or Java, we are used to initializing a variable's data type before even assigning a value to it. Well, in Python, it's a bit different. In Python, we don't actually uh, use a data type. The Python interpreter itself interprets which data type it should assign to the variable. So over here, I have assigned p is equal to 10. Let's take a few more variables. Let's take two true, capital 10c 35.5. Then let's print all their types. I'm just gonna change there. And now if I were to print their types, we'll find that, okay, the first one, that is p, we have assigned p value 10, that is integer. The Python interpreter itself interpret which data type it should assign to the variable p depending on the value which I have assigned the variable p. So I've assigned the variable p 10, and 10 is an integer, so the Python interpreter has assigned the data type into the variable p, and the same follows with all the other. The m is true is a boolean. Python interpreter gave boolean data type to m. Same with c is a float. The Python interpreter gave c a float data type, and as you may see over here. Now we are going to talk about variable naming. Well, how do we name a certain variable? So first of all, we are never supposed to use digits while naming a variable. Okay? We can use digits, but the digits should never be the uh, first letter with whom you should start your naming. So I will show you an example. The first letter can either be alphabet, or the first letter of the variable can either be an alphabet or an underscore. So let's assign a certain value to this. Uh, WORD is equal to, say, 123. Okay, now see, in VS Code, if a, if a certain code is getting underlined with a red line, then it's wrong. So there's a syntax error, some kind of error is there in the code. Well, over here there's no red line, so there's no syntax error or any kind of error to the word I've assigned. So over here I've used the first letter, or the first um, thing of the variable as an alphabet, so we can use an alphabet. But if I were to use a digit and say WORD, now we can never use a digit as the first letter for as a first character for naming a variable, but we can use an underscore. But it's okay. See, let's assign it something. We'll assign 123 same over here, and now underscore WORD is equal to 123. Now if I were to print all of these, now print WORD, print WORD, print WORD, it's gonna throw us an error. Yep, it does throw an error, which is invalid syntax. We can never use a, a digit as a first character while naming a variable. Now, variables are case sensitive. So, WORD word is equal to 123 is not the same as word 321. These two are extremely different. It's just that the first letter is in uppercase and the lowercase. Variables are case sensitive. The first one, W, is in lowercase, while in the second one, W is in uppercase. So if I were to print them, they both are gonna give different values. see 1 2 3 4 word, and the one with the uppercase W is going to present us 3 to 1. Now we will be talking about indentation. So I'm going to just write a if statement to demonstrate what's an indentation. So if 10 is greater than 25, which it is not, then so over here, if I would now at the end of if statement we are supposed to use a colon. So just after I press enter after writing colon, see you can see there's a space out here which has been left by the uh, language interpreter. This space is called indentation. So this basically says that if you have programmed in C++ or Java, we use parentheses. Well, in Python, they don't use parentheses. They use colon and indentation to kind of signify that this is a part of the code. So anything that has been written after the indentation is a part of the if statement. Now print, mm, let's change this. We'll just change it. Okay, print true.